All right, let's dive right in. If you're looking to really level up your networking career in the Juniper space, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to break down the Juniper Network's Certified Internet Professional, or JNCIP. We're going to turn what seems like a complex goal into a super clear, achievable roadmap. So, let's get started. So just take a second and ask yourself, what's my next big move? If you're already working with some pretty complex networks and you want to prove you've got those advanced skills, well, the JNCIP might just be the answer you've been looking for. It's a huge step that basically tells the industry, yeah, I know my stuff. Okay, first things first. Before we start any journey, we need to know where we're going, right? So let's get a really clear picture of our destination. What exactly is the JNCIP certification? To put it simply, the JNCIP is a professional level cert. This is not about the basics. This is all about proving that you have a really deep, advanced understanding of networking tech and that you can handle the messy, complex, large-scale networks that you find in the real world. This really puts it all into perspective. You can see the JNCIP is that crucial third step on Juniper's certification ladder. So you've already climbed past the associate and the specialist levels. Now you're at the professional tier, which is basically the gateway to that elite, top-tier, hands-on expert level, the JNCIE. And here's where it gets really cool, because it's tailored to you. The JNCIP isn't just one single exam, it's a whole series of specialized tracks. So whether your thing is giant enterprise networks, service provider backbones, modern data centers, security, or even automation, there is a JNCIP path designed specifically for your expertise. Okay, so we know our destination, we know what we're aiming for. Now we need the map. This next section is all about laying out your step-by-step plan to get you there. Look, the whole thing can feel a little daunting, but it really just breaks down into 5 clear, manageable steps. First, you pick your specialty. Second, you knock out the prerequisite. 3, you hit the books and, more importantly, the labs. 4, you pass that exam. And 5, you get certified and then, you keep it current. Now, that second step, the prerequisite, that is a hard and fast rule. There's no getting around it. Before you can even think about setting for a JNCIP exam, you absolutely must have an active specialist level or JNCIS certification in the exact same track. So if you want the JNCIP SP, you need the JNCIS SP first. It's really that simple. Let's quickly get into the nitty-gritty of exam day. The test is run by Pearson VUE, and it's a written exam, so no labs on the day itself. You're going to see a mix of question types, and you've got about 90 minutes to get it done. The cost is usually around $300, but always, always double-check the price for where you live. And once you pass, which you will, that shiny new JNCIP certification is good for 3 whole years. All right, we have our destination, and we have our roadmap. Now let's talk about packing our bags. We're going to gather all the essential tools and resources you'll need to completely master your chosen track. Okay, listen up, because if you only remember one thing from this whole section, make it this. The official exam blueprint from Juniper's website is your single source of truth. It is your study Bible. Every single topic that you can be tested on is on that document. Nothing more, nothing less. And just to give you a taste of the kind of depth we're talking about, check out these sample topics for the service provider track. We're not talking basic definitions. We're talking advanced multi-area OSPF, deep dives into BGP policy, the crazy complexities of MPLS VPNs. This is the real deal, professional level stuff. Now, the good news is you've got some amazing resources to help you out. Juniper's open learning site has a ton of official course material for free. Their tech library is the absolute best for documentation, and get this, you can get free hands-on lab time using Juniper VLabs right from your web browser. And for bigger stuff, you can build your own virtual lab with EVNG or GNS3. And that brings us to what is, without a doubt, the most critical point of your entire preparation. Hands-on lab practice is absolutely 100% non-negotiable. You just can't pass a professional level exam by reading a book. You have to get in there, build stuff, break it, and fix it. Over and over and over again. So, you have the tools, you have the map. In this last section, we're going to talk strategy and figure out some realistic timelines for your journey. So, how long is this going to take? Well, there's no magic answer. Your personal timeline really depends on a few things: your current hands-on experience, how many hours you can realistically carve out each week, and how much you lean into active hands-on labbing versus just passively reading.
But we can give you some pretty good estimates. If you're a seasoned pro who's in Junos all day, you could probably be ready in about 3 to 6 months. If you're more at that intermediate level, you should probably plan for a journey of about 6 to 12 months. And that's totally fine. It gives you enough time to really master these advanced concepts.
And if you want the most effective way to spend that study time, this chart is the golden rule, the 70-30 split. The vast majority of your time, 70%, should be spent doing hands-on labs. The other 30% is for theory and reading. True learning happens in the command line. As we wrap up here, let's just circle back one last time to the most important tool you have, that official exam blueprint. Seriously, use it as your main checklist. If it's on the list, you master it. If it's not on the list, you ignore it. Staying focused is your biggest advantage. So there you have it. That's the complete game plan for achieving the Juniper JNCIP. You know what it is, you know how to get there, and you know what it's going to take. The only question left is, are you ready to start the climb?